Right Network. Mobilizing, countering the left, energizing the right. New Right Network, home of the New Right movement.
This is a movement like we've never seen in the history of our country.
Wisconsin is Trump country.
And that's what this fight is all about. We're taking on the failed political establishment and restoring government of, by, and for the people. It's the people. You're the people. You won the election.
We love this country. We love Donald Trump.
Promises made, promises kept.
We support President Trump.
This is epic.
Donald Trump is our president!
With every last ounce of heart and hope and sweat and soul, we are going to make our stand. We are going to stand for liberty. We are going to stand for justice. We are going to stand for freedom. And we are going to stand for the sacred rights given to us by the hand of Almighty God. You joined our movement, the greatest movement in the history of our country. You protected your family. You defended your dignity. You recaptured your destiny. And you took back your country with that great election 2.5 years ago. We are one united movement, one united people, and one United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
You have always been loyal to this nation. Now you finally have a president who is loyal to you. Every day between now and November 2020, we are going to keep on working, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to New Right Network's original series, SmythTV. Your host, Brian Smith, giving you all the breaking news of the day, wrapping it all up, making sense of it, exposing the fake news and the motley crew out there, and giving you the real news. And none other, folks, we're 505 days out from election 2020, Donald Trump's re-election. I'm calling it now. Yeah, I'm a bit optimistic, but I'm going to give you some details. I've even got Democrats agreeing that Donald Trump is poised to really take 2020. But keep in mind, we are not to take it easy, sit back in the lazy boy, crack open a beverage and say, okay, he's got this. No, guys, we got to fight every single day, 7 days a week. We got to be out there with our MAGA gear, our MAGA T-shirts, and I got mine right here, my MAGA hats. Folks, we got to have our MAGA hats on tomorrow, Tuesday, Donald Trump rally in Orlando, Florida, slated. The place only holds 20,000. Donald Trump tweeted out that they've had over 100,000 requests in Orlando, Florida for the Trump rally. We could only take Donald Trump's word for it. 2015, 2016, we could only take his word for the ideas and the policies that he would put into play. Folks, we've got a proven winner, a proven track record that Donald Trump is the man to get the job done. We expose all these communists, the socialists, the Democrats, the lying media, and we've got that on display with CNN. Just some awful, vile things coming out of CNN, MSNBC, all against Sarah Huckabee Sanders retiring, stepping down. We've got to continue with the new news media, make them irrelevant by supporting new news media like this show right here, SmythTV. Down in the description below, there's a link that says full show notes. That'll take you right over to New Right Network. You can see the 3 pages of show notes and each individual that had tweeted out the information. Great patriots to follow over there on Twitter. Every one of them I go through. Also showcase Donald Trump's tweets as he's talking to America on a daily basis, as well as some of the great, incredible articles that you'll see here as well. If you're one of those folks on social media that feel like you don't get the show, that you're shadow banned and you don't receive it in a timely manner, I've got that problem solved for you. Go ahead and jump down in the description. And right there it says Telegram. Click on Telegram, get the app, and the link right there is t.me/SmythTV. You'll be in our private group. Anybody can be in it, but it's a private group. Nobody can retweet out or make messages, and you'll only get one message per day. That will be the show notes, and when it goes live. So jump down there to Telegram. Jump over to patreon.com. Absolutely, folks. We cannot do this show every single night, Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. We cannot do the show without your support and your help. And right after the show, 8 o'clock, Wayne Dupree comes on. And again, he does this Monday through Friday as well. And this is the new media. This is where it's coming from. This is the real information, the real news. Articles and things that you may have missed that you didn't hear about, not even know about. Did you hear about the bombing, the killing out in Israel? No, nobody's talking about that one. You're going to get it right here, folks, right here on SmythTV. And as we showcase everything that's going on, again, I just reiterate, guys, 2020 election, 505 days out. 2020, the year 2020, 198 days away from New Year's Day on 20. I know, man. I'm probably getting some people triggered already, but hey, man, that's what we got to do. We got to wake people up. We've got a lot of great Trump news out. Donald Trump tweeting out about MOTLEY Crew. I'll get into that and explain what that's all about and why that was trending Monday morning. Love it, President Trump. Thank you so much. We got MAGA candidates on display that you absolutely must support, and you must follow these MAGA candidates that have Donald Trump's back. They've got his agendas in mind. They are there to support Donald Trump and the movement of making America great. These are the ones you need to follow on social media, donate to, and help. As well, impeach Trump has come to an abrupt halt, folks. There was supposed to be a impeach Trump rallies all across the nation. And yeah, you didn't hear about that, did you? There's a reason why you didn't hear about that, because they didn't do too well. They didn't do too well, but we've got a couple of quick clips on that and some information that the guys won't see. And then Donald Trump's relationship with Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu could not be stronger. This relationship between Donald J. Trump, America, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Israel it's right now currently the greatest I think it has ever been since Israel became a state. And as we lead right into that, again, breaking news, we've got an incredible article from Miss Mary Kofefe, Mary Magdalene, mainstream suppression of real news, studio firebombing. I can only assume who the usual suspects are, and that leads us right into Islam, communism, and socialism here on SmythTV. We've been given the opportunity to come to you every single night, just an incredible blessing. And as we do, we need to expose Islam, communism, and socialism. Different words, all the same meaning, all the same results, and that is to enslave the citizenry. And we'll wrap up the show with some great MAGA news, folks, and it is out there. Mainstream does not want you to see here or know about it. We are connected. We are staying strong and staying strongly connected, supporting our president, Donald J. Trump, and inviting new folks into the MAGA movement. We are the big tent, folks. Open arms, welcome anybody, great minds, people that love America and people that love this country. And Donald Trump, I'll tell you what, these rallies are going to be so huge that people are just going to be dumbfounded in awe of how big these rallies are becoming. And Donald Trump tweeting this out at Real Donald Trump. Big rally tomorrow night in Orlando, Florida. Looks to be setting records. We are building large movie screens outside to take care of everybody. Over 100,000 requests. Our country is doing great, far beyond the haters and the losers thought possible. And it will only get better. And this a great patriot to follow at Christian Lamar. What an amazing moment in history. My first Trump rally. I had not yet seen a president of the United States. History teaches you everything you need to know. What other POTUS has been so badly treated as a president? I can think of one, Republican Abraham Lincoln. For truly, without a doubt, he's nailed that one 100% correct. Folks, if you're going to get to these rallies, like you can see where he's at, and he's obviously really far away from the building where the rally is going to be held. You better get there early. The fence lines start, and I tell you, it goes way out and beyond down the streets. I've been to them. I've helped with them. Get in touch with your local GOP, your local candidates, local folks, and help volunteer. Get involved. It's an absolute blast. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You'll be able to talk about these things to your children, to your grandchildren for decades to come. Volunteering for it one day is it's life-changing, folks. It really is. And you know that you're there helping for a real cause. Not only that, but I'll give you some inside secret. Being a volunteer and getting a badge, you pretty much go anywhere you want. Yeah, you don't have to be corralled like everybody else. You can actually walk in, walk around, get up front, choose your seats early. So if you want to be up front and you want to, be right there, our good buddy Scott Pressler back in 2015 posted up a picture on Twitter of him sitting in the seats behind Donald Trump giving his speech. That's where you can be. You could be right there in the picture. Just go out and volunteer, help out, and let's make America great again. Let's keep it great, this America First agenda, and moving forward. Folks, Donald Trump hijacked the GOP. We're hijacking the RNC, and Ronna McDaniel's doing a phenomenal job helping the media understand that Donald Trump will stick to and is sticking to his plan, and that she and the party are united. Again, from Ohio, folks, this is a big state from Ohio. I'm talking with all the Republican representatives from top to bottom, all the way up in the party, and they're telling me that they are united in Ohio, with like they've never been united before. You saw with the whole John Kasich, and Ohio was split. Ohio was fractured from these rhino Republicans during 2015, 2016. And now that we've pushed some of those rhino Republicans out of there, Donald Trump helping as well. Thank you, sir, to get rid of them out of Ohio. It's an exciting time, and we've got to continue to get this stuff out, get this information out, and stay connected and not listening to the fake news media that's out there. This our good friend at Jally_cat. Liberals and fake news never learn. And she tweeted this out too. Ryan Strunk, you believe he works for CNN, so I don't suggest following him. But he tweeted out that whole Biden 53, Trump 40, Sanders 51, Trump 42, that awful polling. She retweeted that you liberals never learn fake news. 2016, Hillary Clinton, 98% to 2. Trump loses. 2019, Joe Biden, 53 to Donald Trump's 41. Fake news, Trump 41. Reality, Trump 90%. America, let's not only give POTUS electoral vote 2020, let's give him the popular vote. And this our good friend Real TT 2024 pushing fake news envelope. Folks, even in your local news, that's why you got to come here to SmythTV. Your local news is pushing the awful propaganda, and listen to this montage.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be able to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on his late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night TV.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to push the envelope on late-night television.
Conan O'Brien may be about to...
All right, that goes on for another 30 seconds. You guys don't need any more of that. But yeah, even local news, folks, this is a montage of what they're fed and they're told to say. I'm the only one that tells myself what to say. Nobody tells me what to do here. This is fantastic. I love this. And being able to come to you every single night, giving you the real news and exposing this fake news montage media that's out there. It's awful, awful, awful. Nobody needs it. And again, follow one of our great friends out there.
Brian Wolf,
our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 That's extremely dangerous within itself. This is why we need the new news media, folks. This is why we do this. New Right Network's original series, Smith TV, exposing the fake news media that's out there. And WLWT right here in Cincinnati, they joined the list of all these fake outlets, ginning up fake hate, fake anger, calling us the enemy of the state, if you will. It's CNN, Jim Acosta. What a knucklehead in his stupid new book, dropping like a rock. But yeah, this is why we do this, because it has to be done. Somebody's got to take over the airwaves. Somebody's got to get out the real news. And I thank every single one of you that are Patreons of ours that help us make that happen. And speaking of the fake news and the fake hate and ginning up all this animosity towards Trump supporters, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who's just now stepped down, wouldn't expect anything less from the despicable, disgusting individuals over at CNN. And this at Real Saavedra, another great one to follow. CNN's April Ryan on Sarah Sanders leaving the White House.
So what's your reaction to today's news?
Aaron, she did the right thing. She did the right thing. She should have done the right thing a long time ago. The reason why I say that is because she suffers from diabetes, and her tenure has been fraught with sex, lies, and videotape. From the moment she stepped into that position, there were lies from that podium, from her mouth, about the videotape grabbed by the P word with the Tic Tac. Then she's lied. And then the video, that propaganda video that she put out about our own Jim Acosta, saying that he hit someone when he indeed didn't, to take his badge from him. And he ultimately got it back after court rulings and a big fight. But basically, when Sarah Huckabee had no ground to stand on, she would make personal attacks. There were many times that she would leave after 12 minutes of doing a briefing because she could not face the heat.
Lies, sex, and videotapes. Okay, there. I don't know what the sex part was about. Stormy Daniels said she made up the whole story, by the way. Yep, that was from the New York Post reporting on Stormy Daniels. You didn't hear that in the news, but if you stick here, right here on Smith TV, you'd have known all about that already. Grab him in the posse. So, what's the point? Tic-tac, grab him in the posse. Lies, videotapes, there's no need to defend it. It is what it is. And then Jim Acosta did actually accost that woman. We saw it in real time. Everybody saw him as he wouldn't refused to give the microphone back from the young lady that was trying to do her job, and he brushed her arm out of the way so that he could keep the microphone and continue to badger and slander and just ridicule. Just the evilness that comes out of April Ryan, just the awfulness comes out of her. I am so glad. I guess you guys are going to be excited too about the new White House spokesperson that's going to take her place. She's tougher than Sarah Sanders. I mean, they're saying that she is a woman of iron. So we'll be excited to see how that comes. I don't know if it's a fact, so I can't put that out who it is yet. But we'll wait and see. And I've got my fingers crossed on someone who will just light up this media and shut them down. And this, our good friend at Trump_girl_USA. This is a great one to follow. Charlie is right. MSM trying to suppress support for real Donald Trump, attacking every angle they can. It's only just begun. Hashtag Patriots. Do not succumb to this. Hashtag We the People must fight in order to effectively change this path they have put us on. Trump 2020. And this is Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk 11, an incredible patriot to follow. He tweeted out this information. In June 2015, Jeb Bush was polling at 22. Donald Trump was polling at 1. June of 1983, Ronald Reagan was polling at 39. His opponent, Walter Mondale, was polling at 49. Reagan won 49 states in 84. The media thinks you're stupid. Don't believe the suppression polls. This is correct. 100%, folks. We know it's real. Watching these Trump rallies, I'm going to bring them to you guys. We're going to bring you the real news, show you how many people are on the ground. Stick here. You don't need the CNNs, MSNBC. Yeah, not even your local news. And if you want to check the weather, get the weather app on your phone. You don't need to be inundated with all that garbage anyways and all the commercials and everything that come to that as well. You don't need any of that stuff. Right here on New Right Network's original series, Smith TV. Donald Trump is doing incredible things with his administration. And I'm going to get to that towards the end where we got some incredible, great MAGA news that you didn't hear from because even Fox News cut away from Donald Trump's talk last week about healthcare. Just awful stuff, guys. And he is doing amazing things. Amazing things are happening for people and their lives. And so Donald Trump tweeting out Motley Crew. I told you, folks, you got to pinch yourself because this is never going to happen again. We're never, ever going to witness a president like this ever again, calling out the fake media, calling out the Democrats like they do. Just enjoy the ride while we've got it. And again, 505 days to election. And so this was Donald Trump's tweet. Only fake polls show us behind the Motley Crew. We are looking really good, but it is far too early to be focused on that. Much work to do. Make America great again. And comments by Chat by CC. The pollsters and their skewed polling will never allow good results for the president. And Chat by CC, a phenomenal patriot to follow. And our good friend Eric, a great patriot to follow too, commented to Donald Trump, the only difference between them and the Democrats, Motley Crue can actually fill a stadium. I don't know who this picture is of, but man, there literally ain't nobody there. Can't even fill a ballroom in a hotel. Unbelievable. The lies are going to get worse and they're going to come often. And we've got to stand up against all of this. Donald Trump is making great strides in America. keeping Americans safe. You and I attempting to keep us safe by building a wall at the border, putting policies in place, but yet every single day they're doing nothing but fighting back the impeachment. Again, last week I said Nancy Pelosi's never going to do it because it's going to wreck her. It's going to wreck her party. She knows that they cannot move forward with impeachment proceedings, but I dare them. Bring it on. I think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Bring on the impeachment. And as we wrap up the fake news at Echo the Call, great patriot to follow, blowhard Jim Acosta's book, Enemy of the People, already 40% off, drops to number 268 on Amazon in its first week. LMAO, look what he says, a dangerous time to tell the truth in America. This from the fake news network he works for. Maybe it's just me, but do you see his book? I put the arrows in there, but look at Enemy of the People, Jim Acosta. Jim Acosta tagged himself to the line, the enemy of the people, Jim Acosta. Is that not more fitting? Comment in the section below, folks. Let me know what you think. Am I reaching for something that's not there, or is it really there? I've been talking to some of my friends about it, and they're saying, well, there's nothing there, Brian. I think it is. I think him naming his book, Enemy of the People, is ironic that his name is right next to Enemy of the People. He absolutely is the enemy of the people, the fake news outlet, Jim Acosta and fake news CNN. And so there's even more polls coming out about who's the greatest president, who's the worst president here recently that have been coming out. Been talking about Barack Obama, Ronald Reagan, some of the presidents in recent years. Not going all the way back. They're not bringing back Abraham Lincoln. Can't do that. Bring up bad stories about the Democrats once again and how the Republicans took the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and then stole the slaves from the Democrats. I'm just saying, they don't want to bring back Abraham Lincoln. They attempted during 2008, they attempted to tag Barack Obama as the next Abraham Lincoln. How ridiculous is that? And this at R. Howard Brown, Barack Obama is the worst president since World War II, poll says. And this is from time.com. However, the Quinnipiac poll out Wednesday found 33% of Americans see Obama as the worst post-war president, while just 8% consider him the best. 8%! Another 28%, former George W. Bush, the worst. Richard Nixon, the only American president ever to resign in disgrace, was picked as the worst by 13%, according to the poll. Poll also says that 45% believe that Mitt Romney would have been a better president, and we would have been better off electing him and not Obama. Oh, well, you and I both know that ain't true. The poll also said that 38% think the country would be worse off under Mitt Romney. The thing is, the poll never talks about Donald Trump. It never brings him up at all. So I'm wondering if they even put Donald Trump's name in the poll. You got to protect yourself there, Time, because if you did a polling and all of a sudden it was Donald Trump is slated as the greatest president ever during the run-up to the election, yeah, that would ruin your narrative of Donald Trump being the worst president. But I'm telling you guys, this is going to be so big. And again, we've got to send these fake news people an absolute resounding message by giving Donald Trump a victory worthy of Ronald Reagan. Truly. Continue to talk about it. Again, wear your MAGA gear, get your MAGA hats. Hey, jump over to SmythTV. We've got a shop over there. You can pick up some gear and stuff like that to help support the new media and exposing this awful, wretched media that our good friend at John McGeever 70 threw out there for us. Thank you, sir. President Trump. Obama had to know about Spygate scandal. You're going to find that out. Of course he knew. Remember just weeks before President Trump's inauguration, Obama and his cronies met to discuss the fake Steele dossier. And this at This Week ABC with George Stephanopoulos. This was the interview that Donald Trump did with Stephanopoulos, and this is his comments.
It's very simple. There was no crime. There was no collusion. The big thing's collusion. Now there's no collusion. That means it was a setup. In my opinion, and I think it's going to come out. I hope it's going to come out. We're going to find out very soon because I really believe it's going to come out. When you look at Strzok, these FBI guys that were lowlifes, when you look, because the FBI is the greatest, but the top people were absolute lowlifes. When you look at Strzok and Page, and they're talking about an insurance policy just in case she loses, that was the insurance
I've
policy.
heard you talk about
I
that
went through
before.
George. I went through the insurance policy.
I understand that, but if they were determined to prevent you from becoming president, why wouldn't they leak it beforehand?
You know what? You'd have to ask them. Oh, they tried. They tried. And you know what? Had that gone out before the election, I don't think I could have. I don't think I would have had enough time to defend myself.
You clearly believe there was a group of people working against you. Do you think President Obama was behind it?
I would say that he certainly must have known about it because it went very high up in the chain, but you're going to find that out. I'm not going to make that statement quite yet, but I would say that President Obama had to know about it.
I'll back you up, sir. I'm telling you right now, Barack Obama was directly involved in it. I told you about that last week about Joe Biden getting the Ukrainian official fired. Yeah, because he was investigating his son and all the dirty dealings that they were doing over there. Joe Biden told the higher-ups, no, you're not getting a $400 million. Yeah, call the president. I don't care. Come back. They called the president. They went back to Joe Biden and said, all right, man, we fired him. We need our money now. Yeah, no, Barack Obama was knee-deep into all of this stuff. Not orchestrating it because I don't think he's that smart, but definitely briefed on it and involved in it. And now we've got to focus on MAGA candidates, folks, to rid ourselves of the evils of the socialist, the communist, the Democrat Party. All the candidates have gone full bore to the left. Even Joe Biden, who tried to play the middle of the road kind of guy, but we know he's not. He tried to play the middle of the road kind of guy. He's embracing the Green New Deal. Oh, this wasn't in the show notes, but daggone it, man, that Pope is out of control. If somebody got the number to the Pope, give him a call. Tell him stay out of politics. Man, he's saying that global warming and we're all dying. That's insanity. So join in the ranks of the Democrats. But yes, they're all far leftist. And if you notice in the mainstream media, not necessarily news media, but in the mainstream media, there are reports and reporters that are interviewing Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and some of the rest. And they're coming back and they're destroying them. They're breaking them. So you can clearly see that the media is getting their marching orders on who to get rid of, who to destroy, and who to focus on to make that win. And again, I know this from being involved, and other higher-ups that have been involved much, much longer than I have in campaigns, say, running for your party's as candidate. It's name recognition. All the Democrats are going to go to the polling booth. All the Democrats pull a lever for a Democrat. And in the name, Joe Biden. I'm telling you, Joe Biden's it. If Bernie Sanders is on there, you're going to get a heck of a battle between Bernie and Biden. Bernie Sanders is far leftist, and they still like him. The millennials that he's turned off, they've transferred over to Trump now, thank goodness. Oh, we're going to wake them up. But as MAGA candidates show up, we will showcase them here. I've reached out to @Real Aaron Cruz for an interview. Hopefully we can get her on the show and interview her. Definitely want to follow on Twitter. And she tweets out, ready to #take back the house to support Real Aaron Cruz, run for Congress in the 36th district. Donate directly to aaroncruz.org. Your generous contributions will go toward outreach, door knockers, and yard signs. Primary has been moved up several months. Now is the time. Nothing the Democrats hate more than beautiful, intelligent, Republican, conservative women. This is where it's at. This gets people triggered. You can't stop it. Beautiful, intelligent, conservative women running for office is exactly what we need here in America. Younger generation coming through here, smart minds like Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, just brilliant millennials in their 20s making a come up. We know a lot of them as well, and we've been talking with them. And as soon as we know some of the MAGA candidates that are close to us and friends of yours that are starting to run, we'll definitely bring it to you. If you want to run for any position, local council member, mayor, Congress, senator, anything, whatever you want to run for, if you're part of the MAGA family, we have a way to support you. Jump over to justicepatriots.org, hit the contact button, get involved, and we will show you how that's done. And then we'll just start moving forward and seeing if that's a right fit for you and a right fit for them. Folks, we've got to run as many candidates as we can because right now, I reported last week, there's a left-wing Islamic organization who claims that they're going to run 5,000 Muslims in our elections. We can't have that happen. I'm now seeing 90 already running in our elections. The Democrat Party has gaslit their voters so much and so hard that they're now willing to go to an extremist Islamic who will do exactly what they're saying they're going to do because Dianne Feinstein, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, you guys, you've lied for decades and you've done nothing. You've got nothing done, and it's the same old broken record as we showcase right here every single night, the broken record. And this is amazing, quite amusing at Mel_Faith1 2019 high school valedictorian speech. Folks, this will start out slow, but stick with it. Listen to her words, valedictorian. Listen very closely to her words.
I appreciate your love and support always, and will treasure the memories we made at this school. To my counselor, thanks for teaching me to fend for myself. You were always unavailable to my parents and I, despite appointments. Only in these past few weeks, with the award ceremonies and graduation coming up, did you begin making your appearance. And might I note, you expressed to me your joy in knowing that one of your students was valedictorian when you had absolutely no role in my achievements. To the staff in the main office, thank you for teaching me how to be resourceful. Your negligence to inform me of several scholarships until the day before they were due potentially caused me to miss out on thousands of dollars. When applying for a work permit, you repeatedly turned me away, despite confirming with my employer and parents that all my paperwork was filled correctly. I've had to escalate issues with staff to an assistant principal various times to reach any sort of solution. To the teacher who was regularly intoxicated during class this year. Thank you for using yourself as an example to teach students about the dangers of alcoholism. Being escorted by police out of school left a lasting impression. I hope that future students and staff learn from these examples. Thank you, class of 2019.
This is our problem. The Department of Miseducation can't counselors who don't return phone calls and miss out on all kinds of information that she needed for scholarships, not helping her with work permits and all kinds of. This is the debacle. The government can't do anything efficient. They can't even do a war efficient. And that's why they got the job for it. But no, my whole point is that they can't do anything right, and they're tasked with teaching our kids. Dumping hundreds of billions of dollars on the Department of Miseducation is doing nothing to help us. And that's why we've got to run MAGA candidates in the federal, in local, and state, because we need to get a hold of the Department of Education locally and at the federal level to stop this nonsense. And as I promised you, the impeach 45 just not panning out to be what you thought it was. And this our good friend at Francis_712. Circus has come to town. Apparently, they don't know what happens next after impeachment. And the young girl pretending to be LGBT, just dressed up with the rainbow colors, is working for InfoWars. And our good friend Millie Weaver, just so awesome.
Trump. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Woo! I think Trump. Woo! Mike Pence for president. Yeah. Mike Pence. Woo! Mike Pence for president. Yeah. Yeah. Mike Pence. You guys want Mike Pence? Yes. Mike Pence. What? You want Mike Pence for president? Probably not. You don't want Mike Pence?
I don't want either of them.
Well, why not? There's a million reasons to impeach him.
Yeah, impeach him. Woo, Mike Pence for president. Mike Pence, yeah.
No, we don't want Pence. We got to get somebody else in.
But that's what happens.
I know, we're going to get stuck with that.
Yeah,
So I don't know what's worse.
So should we impeach him then?
Well, I mean, if we can get somebody else in there, but don't know. Pence is going to be worse than Trump.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, like, should we impeach him then? I guess if we're just going to get Mike Pence.
Well, let him ride out his term and let's see what happens.
Yeah. Maybe just vote, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Should we impeach Trump?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Woo! Yeah, impeach Trump! Woo! Yeah, Mike Pence for president! Mike Pence!
Mike Pence?
Yeah. That's what happens. If we impeach Trump, we get Mike Pence.
That's arguably worse. Yeah. Because Trump's stupid and Pence knows what he's doing.
So do you think maybe we shouldn't impeach Trump then? Because we do get Mike Pence if we impeach him.
Is there any other way? Or
it's called voting next election.
Yeah, voting next month, but
voting next election.
Yeah. That's like the only way. Otherwise we just get Mike Pence.
Yeah, that's him. I didn't vote for him.
That's who?
I said him. I didn't vote for him.
So do you guys still think we should impeach Trump?
I think that he needs a babysitter for the next year and a half.
Just let the term run out.
Oh, Millie Weaver is so fantastic. Yep, impeach Trump is not going to happen because Nancy Pelosi knows exactly what will happen if that does happen. And then people trying to derail Donald Trump's achievements. This is some news that really gets slipped under the rug so that nobody knows about this. But this is absolutely the deep state, the people involved, whether it be judges, whether it be employees, fighting Donald Trump and fighting Americans. We voted him in power, and now this is what they do to attempt to overthrow his presidency. This at Patty Prom Queen. Ninth Circuit challenges ICE warrant and arrests, reverses deportation order. The EpochTimes.com. There must be big money transferred to rule this. That undermines our nation's safety. 100%. This is absolutely incredible. And Epoch Times is one that I approve. Thumbs up. Absolutely. They were the first that were on top of Spygate. Dan Bongino was getting all this stuff from. Sorry, Dan. Didn't mean to spoil the beans, but I started going to Epoch Times to get all my information and news and names and connecting the dots to all the players and who they work for. And yes, Epoch Times good. This is unbelievable. Donald Trump has already placed 9 new judges in the Ninth Circuit court. Obviously, we need more judges because this is just unconscionable, as we've got Ron DeSantis over the weekend passing a bill that bans sanctuary cities. How do we need a law to enforce a law? You know what I'm saying? We got lunacy running amok, and this is how we change it, folks. Go into the voting booths, find out where your voting place is, find out when the votes are, the primaries. There's all kinds of things going on, folks, out there in your local area. You got to stay plugged in so that we can vote these judges out and get rid of insanity like this. And over the weekend as well, this was incredible. At Penny Loketch, the only Middle Eastern leader that doesn't call for death to America when he speaks. On the contrary, he shows gratitude. Donald J. Trump heights. And at FairyQ15, Israel saying thank you to President Trump by naming the settlement after him. This had to get the news from the BBC, guys. I got to go outside the country to get the news. If you didn't hear about this, you weren't plugged into social media and Donald Trump, I'll bring it to you. Breaking news. Donald Trump, Golan Heights now renamed Trump Heights. How about that? Thank you, Benjamin Netanyahu. Again, our relationship has never been this strong before, and we're absolutely excited about it. And as we shift gears into some of the darker depths that we need to cover, because you need to know what's going on out there, Islam doing what Islam does in Israel. This at New Right Network, our great writer over there, Mary Kofefi. Definitely follow her. She's in the link in the description below. Click it, jump over to Twitter and follow her. This was her article. Mainstream media suppresses news of studio firebombing. Over the weekend, one of the world's largest Christian broadcasters, Jerusalem Studio, was firebombed. Raise your hand if you knew. Completely unsurprising. There is no mention of this attack in the media. That's correct. They've got some CCTV cameras, 2:30 at night, where the guy climbed up on the roof and set the place on fire, blew it up. I'm going to guess, who harbors anger, hate. It's definitely leftists. It's definitely the socialists, the Democrats, and obviously the ones who do the most violence, the most murders, the most killings is in the name of Islam. We've got it right here. Now we've got Islam in America, and it's really starting to take hold. And this should scare everybody. I'm telling you, this should scare everybody that all the Islamic followers that are now running for office, you should be scared. We need to wake up and get the word out. And this, our good friend at LV Nancy, they are implementing their plan. First the House, now the Senate. Muslim women win Democrat primary election in Virginia. The snake slithers quietly, but it strikes suddenly. Wake up, America, before our country becomes unrecognizable. And this, a reporter talking to these Islamic leaders who talk about commissioners, senators, congressmen, wherever we can get people elected, local city council members. And now, yes, we have one that was elected to local school boards. This is the takeover of America. They're not coming at us with war because they'd lose. This is how they're coming at us. And hey, it's Carolyn. 90 Islamic candidates now running for office. Wake up, America. And at CIG_King James, hey, Nashville City, wake up. Another Islamic follower is running for public office. Stop this now. And this was tweeted out at TENEBRISLUX. Tennesseans who live in Nashville should be aware a friend of Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, Zulfat Suara, is a candidate for Nashville City Council at large. The election is August 1st, 2019. Suara is the chair of the American Muslim Advisory Council. And our good friend at Marine_99 Zulu, Ilhan Omar is exactly the reason why I support that only natural-born Americans serve in our Congress. Too many hidden agendas and talking heads for the puppets of CARE and MBH. And at Karen Monsoor 12, good. Supreme Court rules Muslims can't use the Quran for swearing into federal office. Okay, that's great and all, but the fact is they're getting into office, whether they have to swear on it or not. And our Supreme Court ruling that the Quran you can't swear on the Quran, that's got to say something to the folks that are out there right now. Guys, we need to get candidates in office to make laws against the overthrow and the takeover of our government. Their ideologies that they hold true above and beyond their belief in Islam and the Quran is against our entire way of life. Our Constitution and Bill of Rights is completely opposite of everything that we believe in. That's why we've got to speak out and fight at Patty Prom Queen. Denver elects councilwoman promising to usher in communal ownership by any means necessary. This at the Daily Caller. It starts at the local level, folks. This must not continue to be happening. Wake up, America. And this at John Katz Jr. I wasn't following him until now, but I am now. He is a capitalist at heart and a venture capitalist at that, an American investor, and he put the video of this congresswoman up.
I don't believe that our current economic system actually works. Capitalism by design is extractive, and in order to generate profit in a capitalist system, something has to be exploited. That's land, labor, or resources. And I think that we're in late phase capitalism, and we know it doesn't work, and we've got to move into something new. And I believe in community ownership of land, labor, resources, and distribution of those resources. And so whatever that morphs into, I think is what will serve community the best. And I'm excited to usher it in by any means necessary.
No, wrong, so wrong. It's exactly backwards. And I'll prove it to you.
Been on Amazon lately? Each of the thousands of products Amazon offers represents the work of people who believe they have something you want or need. If they're right, they prosper. If they're wrong, they don't. That's how the free market works. It encourages people to improve their lives by satisfying the needs of others. No one starts a business making a thing or providing a service for themselves. They start a business to make things or provide services for others. I speak from personal experience. When I was the CEO of the company that owns Carl's Jr. and Hardee's restaurant chains, we spent millions of dollars every year trying to determine what customers wanted. If our customers didn't like something, we changed it, and fast. Because if we didn't, our competitors would, pun intended, eat us for lunch. The consumer, that's you, has the ultimate power. In effect, you vote with every dollar you spend. Capitalism leads to economic democracy. Socialism leads to the economic dictatorship of the elite. Always and everywhere. So beware what you ask for. You just might get it. I'm Andy Puzder, the author of The Capitalist Comeback for Prager University.
Guys, I don't have the time to take this and throw this down, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is awful. This is beyond bad. When she says it's not work, what about it's not working? What about capitalism is not working? Donald Trump, capitalist. It's working. America is doing better than we have ever done before. This lying, this gaslighting is just absolute nonsense. And again, the definition that he tweeted out about communism, an economic system based on public ownership of property and control of methods of production, and in which no person profits from the work of others. That doesn't work. It has never worked. Anywhere it's ever been implemented, it has never worked. Capitalism implemented one time, America, true to roof. Phenomenal. 243, almost 243 years that we've been in existence, and it's just been phenomenal. How else do we get to be the powerhouse of the world? Literally, the powerhouse of the world. And so, okay, so all that aside, sorry for having to get in all that dark stuff, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Now, what's really happening in America? Let's get into the MAGA news and the wrap up on Rapid Fire Monday. This at the White House. A new Trump administration rule will provide an estimated 800,000 businesses a better way to offer coverage, and millions, matter of fact, 11 million workers, a better way to obtain health coverage. And this at Joel Pollack. All three cable networks cut away from real Donald Trump before he got the policy change on health care for small business employees. He hadn't spoken long. MSNBC went to a negative story on health care. Fox News went to the Kellyanne Conway story, except they missed the news by 1.5 minutes. And this by Breitbart News. The Trump administration announced a rule Thursday it would expand businesses' ability to use tax-free HRAs, which would allow employees to be able to use them to purchase their own individual health insurance. Through the Trump rule, employees that are already offering health insurance can set up another type HRA account, up to $1,800 per person, to allow workers to receive additional benefits like dental and vision. This second option for HRAs would also enable businesses to purchase short-term health insurance, which often cost less compared to Obamacare plans. Real quick, folks, this is a phenomenal shift, a phenomenal move. God bless you, Donald Trump. When you now leave your job, you can take your insurance with you instead of having to switch insurance. Keep the same one. And this is going to affect medium to small companies. And a lot of this effect is going to really happen for the employers with under 100 employees. Wow, what a big, big, bold move, Donald Trump. I mean, when you talk about making America great again, this is how you do it, folks. Allow the people to take control of their own health care. I took control of my own insurance for my car. Why shouldn't I be able to take control of my insurance for my health care? Yeah, the government getting involved in the health care has just wrecked it. We know it and we've seen it. And this at Real Saavedra, huge U.S. reliance on OPEC oil hits 30-year low. Thank you, Donald Trump, for making America energy independent. This by thedailycaller.com. Energy miracle. at Veritas, SOLA. It's on us to decentralize the media. Following, supporting honest, independent journalists and publications is a great place to start and something easy that all of us can do. At Tracy Beans is one of the best out there, by the way, and one of my personal heroes / inspiration. Follow her. And we absolutely do follow Tracy Beans. She's a good friend of the show. She tweeted out the awful hit piece by the Washington Post on Sarah Huckabee Sanders. So awful. And this at Real Candace O, black liberals need to be reminded that us black conservatives are not afraid of them. We're black too. Calling us Uncle Tom and Coon is not going to stop us from having the necessary conversations. You guys are dead wrong about everything, but we still love you. Welcome you in the fold of the Donald Trump party. And this at Real Donald Trump.
On the issues like the economy, Donald Trump is doing spectacularly. And the 2016 election, it was an unusual election. There was a lot of fisticuffs that a lot of us had never seen before. But at the bottom line, the end of the day, that election was about issues. And Donald Trump was right on all of the issues, all of the important issues, including the economy.
Right.
And Hillary Clinton and the Democrats were wrong. And I think that's a big reason why they spend so much time talking about this nonsense about Russia.
That people are getting out there and having dinner. They're spending money. They have more discretionary income than they had before. Right. And it's showing up in ways that they're, treating their family on a Friday night to dinner, but they're also going out on Monday night for drinks. And that's fantastic for the economy. And so the challenge for Democrats is, well, why should voters change the course of the economy in the country if they're doing so well?
That's going to hurt the Democrats. It's about the economy, stupid. And this at Mark_Lauder, he is the Director of Strategic Communications for Donald Trump 2020 campaign. And he tweeted out, Democrat strategist admits truth. Real Donald Trump starts off in a strong position. Don't believe anyone who tells you Joe Biden or any Democrat is winning in Texas. That's crazy. Give me a break. And if you don't think Donald Trump loves the military, here's another heartwarming story. This by the WashingtonTimes.com. Link in the description below. Just real quick, this soldier was in Iraq, had a combatant at gunpoint. He was the one that set off a bomb that killed a couple of his troops in his platoon. And so he had him by himself. He had him on his knees. He stripped him and started to question him about what he was doing. And all of a sudden the guy lunged at him and he fired back. He shot him in a combat zone, sentenced to 25 to life. And Donald Trump, and not only that, but gave me a 100% full pardon. He's got a completely clean slate now so that he can start his life over again. And this at Dan Scavino, millennial fighting a rare bone cancer responds to Joe Biden. Now, law supporting by real Donald Trump helped save my life. They accused Mitt Romney of killing a man's wife. Now we got Dan Scavino tweeting out, this is incredible news. This is from Fox News, but this is incredible, great news that a lot of the people want to suppress so that you don't hear it and you don't know about the great things. This comes on the heels of Donald Trump signing the new bill that you can just try it. If you have a terminal illness and there's a new medicine on the market that is not FDA approved and there's no real evidence that it works, but you're about ready to die, try it. Just try it. Now we've got some phenomenal things happening where people are beating cancer. So Joe Biden said last week, he said, you elect me, I'll cure cancer. Joe, I think Trump's got that already. Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, again, this is New Right Network's original series, SmythTV, giving you all the breaking news of the day, wrapping it all up, making sense of it, exposing the fake news, giving you the real news. MAGA for everybody, folks. 505 days away from the election. Couldn't be more excited and fired up. Jump over to SmythTV and check out the Patreon account, check out the shop, and help us do everything that we can to help Donald Trump continue to make America great and keep America great. All right, guys, for Monday Motivation, I'll see you. Peace out.
You've been listening to New Right Network, mobilizing, countering, energizing. Online at newrightnetwork.com.